starting. It was starting. Let's see.
Welcome to the Power Hour, everyone. I am your host, David McKenzie, and the mission of the Power Hour is to motivate, educate, and inspire growth and choices towards improved health and wellness by improving the powers of the body and mind so that you can enjoy healthy, fulfilling lives. If you'd like to call in tonight, the number is 917-932-1078. Press 1 and my producer will get you on the air. You can also tweet your questions and comments to me at DaivaKE, that's DaivaKE, using hashtag DaivaFit or hashtag PowerHour, and I'll see them that way as well. Well, I am Daiva. I am a health and fitness coach, and I coach others along their journeys, and I mentor others who want to be coaches like me. I started this show just a couple months ago as a way to reach out and help more people. And my hope is truly that by hearing my stories or my tips, that they can help you in some kind of way or push you and motivate you to go a little harder, make a better choice, be it for you or your family, or maybe it just gives you a new perspective on life. I hope you all had an amazing week. Last week we talked about the power of stomach, and it was kind of hard for me to really put into words how basically powerful that event was for me. Unless you're there, you really can't get a full grasp of it. But I went through my day-by-day breakdown, everything from size certification and seeing Sean T in person, to the training, to the workouts with the celebrity trainers, and my takeaways from the keynote speakers. So if you want to hear that show, it's up on the website. Go and check it out. But it was just a really amazing week in Nashville. And I'm looking forward to doing it all again next year when we go back. You can join me. As a coach, I invite people to join me on this journey, and you can do the same as well. So if you're listening and you're thinking, I could totally do this coaching thing, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is just daivafit@gmail.com. But tonight is definitely going to be perfect for those of you who are thinking, maybe I can do this coaching thing, because we're going to be talking about the power of fitpreneurship. And I actually had to practice saying that, fitpreneurship. You don't really have to be a fitness guru to start a business in fitness. Developing your own interest in a healthy lifestyle can easily lend itself to becoming a fitpreneur. So if you have questions or comments tonight, again, feel free to dial in. The number is 917-932-1078, and just press 1 and my producer will get you on the air. So for tonight, I've invited my friend and mentor, Allison Tibbs. She is a certified personal trainer and healthy lifestyle coach onto the show tonight. Allison has started her own healthy lifestyle coaching and personal training business where she's worked with hundreds of people across the country. She also speaks on stages. She has authored over a dozen books on women's empowerment, health, fitness, and entrepreneurship. Her goal is to inspire, empower, and motivate people to take control of their health and their bodies so they can have more confidence and live a more fulfilled life. So would everybody please help me welcome Allison to the Power Hour.
Thank you. Thank you for having me to the Power Hour. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And David, thank you for inviting me just to speak and to talk about fitpreneurship.
Oh, my pleasure. So please, just do us all a favor and tell us, what is a fitpreneur?
Okay, so before I give you the definition of a fitpreneur, I first want to give a shout out to all the people on Periscope. We are also broadcasting live on Periscope, so if you are on it, feel free to hop on. Everyone's being awesome, and it's my very first one, so I'm seeing a bunch of hearts and talk. It's really cool. So thank you guys for joining me on Periscope as well. So a Fitpreneur, what is a Fitpreneur? Well, I don't know if it's like a true definition or a real definition, but a Fitpreneur is someone who is passionate about health and fitness and who has a desire to help people to get fit and healthy, and they've created a sustainable business out of it. I mean, it's literally the epitome of getting healthy and fit, helping others do the same, and making a living from it. So, I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion.
And so for you, how did you get into this line of work? Did you have a background in fitness?
I did not have a background in fitness. If anyone knew me from way back when, I survived a semester on mozzarella sticks and cheesesteaks. So I was really into, when I was in high school, and beginning of college, I was pretty active running track, and then life happened, and I just kind of stopped, and it wasn't that fun. So like I said, I used to run track. I had some knowledge of fitness, but it wasn't until I fell more in love with it that I realized that I wanted to get more education in the fitness industry. And since starting my journey, I've gotten certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine to be a personal trainer. I've also had kettlebell certifications, Animal Flow, Viper, body weight, group fitness, nutrition, anatomy, kinesiology. So I've really fallen in love with fitness through my journey, but I can't say I'm probably as shocked as most people that I am now a fitness professional, and this is what I do for a living.
So what changed? How did you fall into it?
To be honest, I was pretty much more so pulled into this business out of necessity. My 20s were pretty dark, and I was bound by low self-esteem and low self-worth, and I pretty much just hated myself, and I hated my body. And when you don't love yourself and you are miserable in the skin that you're in, you treat your body like crap. I struggled a lot with making unhealthy choices. I drank way too much alcohol. I partied way too much. I didn't sleep a lot. I wasn't working out. I was eating foods that weren't nourishing my body, and I just continued to slip deeper and deeper into depression. It became severe depression, and I always say I was about one phone call away from being committed and really being worked on to kind of get myself back. And after my second failed suicide attempt, I kind of got to the point where I made the decision: either I'm going to fight or I'm going to die. There was kind of two options at that point. Either I was going to fight to get myself back to where I wanted to be, or I was going to give up. And I decided to fight. And to be honest, I didn't really know how to get back out of that deep dark hole, and I didn't really know what it was going to take. And it's been a huge journey. I mean, even still 5 years later, I still have to work on myself every single day to do that. So it definitely was something that I kind of got pulled into, and I started working out. I got a gym membership, and I started to just get really focused on me. And every single day that I went to the gym, I would go after work because I hated my job, and I would work out. I would feel stronger, and the stronger that I felt, the better I started to eat, because now I wanted my nutrition to match what my body was doing in the gym. And then mentally I started feeling stronger, and emotionally, so I started reading personal development books, and I started journaling and writing out affirmations, and cutting out the negative TV and the negative radio and music, and just really doing a whole overhaul on my life, getting more into the Bible and prayer, and just all these things kind of. It all happened pretty much in one span, and I simply just became the stronger, healthier, happier version of myself, and I started to share it with other people. I started to tell people about what I was doing for workouts, what I was eating every day. I just started sharing motivational quotes and trying to encourage people, and from that, people started to ask me to train them or to coach them, and I was like, well, I'm not certified to do this, and last thing I need to do is coach you to do something and you hurt yourself and you sue me. So that's when I decided to get my certification to go back and get some other different things. I got, teamed up with, some other organizations that really helped me to do it. So I won't say that it was hard to do, hard to get into it, but I will say that it just felt right. Entrepreneurship is no walk in the park, but it definitely was something that really I didn't see coming, and I'm so glad that it kind of knocked on the door, the opportunity door, and I'm happy that I answered and that I walked through the door to do it, because I help so many people and work with so many amazing people now. So it's so awesome.
And thank you for just being so open and transparent, because I think a lot of times when people see be it a fitness coach or just any kind of like positive person that's in their sphere of influence, a lot of times they just think that they were born and raised sunshine and rainbows and buttercups from the jump. And a lot of times that positivity comes from having gone through such a dark place. So just thank you for sharing that. I know it definitely struck a chord with me as you were talking, because I can just imagine how many people can relate to that story.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a short break. I want to give everybody a chance to call in if you have questions for Allison. Again, the number is 917-932-1078. When we come back, we're going to keep talking to Allison and find out more about what being a fitpreneur really is. You're listening to the Power Hour on Survival Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Awesome. All right, guys. So that was the first part of it. I've muted the call. But, yeah, so if you guys have questions, let me know. I will answer them the best that I can. But thank you guys for joining me. And if you do have questions about anything, I will try to do more of these Periscopes as well to give you more tips if you want recipes, if you want workouts, if you want just have like basic questions. Like I'm just going to start to use Periscope as my way to just get you guys going and get you guys excited about health and fitness and anything else like that. So I think we're on commercial, but what I'll do is make sure that I'll keep it going. I'll keep it rolling for whoever wants to hop on. Tell your friends, tell your family that they can definitely join in. For those who want to call in, maybe you are done with Periscope for right now. You can call into 917-932-1078. So someone, I can't see who's asking the questions, but it looks like it says paleo diet without starving. First and foremost, I think the first question to ask yourself when you do any type of diet is to really ask yourself, figure out, like, why are you doing the diet? I don't think that there's a right or wrong. I think the most important thing is that you do whatever diet's going to work best for you. I focus on clean eating because with me, the preservatives and the refined sugars and stuff, it really affects me emotionally. So I don't really do a lot of preservatives. But if you're doing paleo, what I would suggest, if you're starving, just eat more food. Look at your portions. Make sure you're eating the right portions. Make sure, I'm not a full expert on paleo, but if you are using paleo, really look at what you're eating. Make sure you're eating enough portions. Make sure you're getting enough really good stuff. Try to limit, don't add more of the fats to it. I think if you kind of stay where you are, but eating the vegetables that you can eat and the fruits that you can eat, you can always eat more veggies. Also, making sure you're drinking enough water and just having your snacks throughout the day. For everyone who asked that question about paleo, if you do want to talk more in depth about that, I guess the best way to connect with me is just go to www.coachingwithallison.com, and we can actually get on the phone and talk more about that, and we can work on a meal plan for you, and I'll also work on that to see how I can best help you with that. A question about South. Okay, can you ask that question again? It keeps fading away, and I can't. I'm so far. I'm sorry. You said Southwest Institute. It looks like Integrative Health, something like that. I'll Google it. If I can't It just went away. But if you are looking at getting certified or getting any type of certification, the best thing I would say to do is really figure out what you're looking to do and see what program is going to offer you the best opportunities upon getting that certification. So for me, I went with NASM for my personal training certification because when I talked to a lot of gyms and I talked to a lot of other mentors, that was the name that always kind of resonated. Southwest Institute of Healing Arts Nutrition Programs. So to be honest, really if it works for you and if it's a program that's going to benefit you and give you what you need to be successful in your career or what path you're going through, then definitely check it out. And then try to reach out. Go on Facebook and search, and go on Facebook and go on LinkedIn and connect with people who are alumni or who are part of that organization and ask them, say, this is what I'm looking to do, and get their opinion on it, because each person's going to have a different, each organization and each institute has its own criteria and different things. But to be honest, as long as you get certified and you feel confident in what you're certified in and you can apply it, that's the most important thing. And it sounds like whatever you're doing, it sounds really awesome. And I'd actually love to talk to you more about that and see what you're doing, because we're now in a place where people are no longer, people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was one of them. For 10 years, I struggled with medication and trying to figure out how to get myself well and better. And it wasn't just a one-stop shop. I had to work with nutritionists, holistic doctors, all types of different people, holistic, Reiki people, and acupuncture. So figure out what works best for you. We're going to get started, so I'm going to hop back on, but I'll be back for questions, and I'll make sure for you with the institute questions, go to coachingwithallison.com and just fill in all that stuff, and actually we'll get on the phone and talk more about it. So I'm going to unmute the call.
So Allison, tell me, what doors opened from becoming a fitpreneur for you?
Let's see, what doors opened? Well, to be honest, since starting my fitness career or my Fitpreneur Journey, I've teamed up with Beachbody to be an online fitness and health coach with them through their network, and that's really allowed me to help so many people and work with people on a daily basis through hosting my 30-day group coaching programs. I've also been certified to teach some of their live programs. I just got back from Nashville with you to teach size. Actually, I had one of our coaches here. We were practicing. Well, she was more so practicing. I was just kind of sitting there because my neck was on fire. But also, it's opened up an opportunity for me to become a personal trainer. When I first started health coaching, I didn't think that I wanted to, after I got that certification of coaching, I didn't think that I wanted to train. But the more that I got into it, the more interested about the body I became. And so I got certified through NASM, and then I became a personal trainer. First, I was doing independent, and then I decided that I wanted to partner up with another large brand. So on the coaching side, I had Beachbody, and on the fitness side, I wanted to partner with a brand that would really just help me to be the best trainer I could be. So I teamed up with Equinox. So that provides me the opportunity to work with a lot more people one-on-one. But I've also written tons of books, and I have spoken on different stages about eating clean and clean eating and health, fitness, healthy lifestyles. My clean eating guide, which is one of my favorite things because that's what I'm really about, is clean eating. It's a free ebook that I have, and it's just cleaneatingguide.com, and you can go grab it and to check it out if you want to know more about that. But I must say it's pretty awesome. I've really been able to connect with so many people across the country and other countries, and it's really allowed me to step up to the plate and just to more so lead by example. So really exciting stuff about that's happened, and I will say that's what happens when you are doing what you're passionate about. Because when you do what you're passionate about, opportunities are going to open up for you, and that's the great thing about it, is that I've had so many great opportunities.
And I know you personally, so I know that you have a background in marketing. Has that helped you at all in this new endeavor?
It has, and it's interesting. My background actually is corporate marketing, and then at the age of 25, I quit my corporate job and started my own marketing and social media firm. And so, yeah, I do have a background in marketing, PR, social media. But what I will say is that although the principles are the same when it comes to that, I really do think that the most important thing is that having the passion first, it gives you the ammunition to like kind of get out there and to really, you have no choice but to market yourself and brand yourself because you are so passionate about it. But I will say that it has helped me when it comes to getting clear on my message and, me not being so afraid to try different things. And also I think the most important thing that my marketing background taught me is the importance as an entrepreneur of investing in marketing, PR, branding, tools, resources, assistance, and different things like that. So I think more than anything, because I also have a love for social media. So I think if anything, just my business has really taken off because of passion and my desire to want to help and to be open-minded about everything.
And that's funny because when I personally tell people about you, I always tell them, I might tell them one of your videos because you have a wonderful YouTube channel full of workouts to try and different recipes and trainings and things like that. So if I happen to send somebody a video about you, I always say, look at how passionate she is, and isn't she passionate and things like that. But if there's one word I can describe you with, it is passionate. But you mentioned before that, you teamed up with two different companies. You did Beachbody for the coaching side and then Equinox for the fitness side. How does coaching really differ from personal training?
Yeah, and that's a great question. And I feel like when I answer this question, I kind of don't answer it correctly, or a lot of people may disagree with me. But in my opinion, I really don't think that they have to be that different. But I would say that with coaching, it tends to be a bit more holistic in how you work with your clients to help them reach their goals. Because through coaching and through my background of coaching and, when I was marketing coaching and doing business coaching, the same thing, you look at the big picture. And, so when it comes to fitness and goals, I'm looking at their diet, I'm looking at their triggers for emotional eating and unhealthy habits, I'm looking at their emotional state, their environment, their relationships, but at the same time, I'm providing them with action steps and empowering them to make that change. So, I think from a coaching perspective, it encompasses a lot more. However, I'm a firm believer that the best personal trainers aren't just the ones that can create a really good training, program for someone, but I think also it's a person who can understand how to help your clients reach their best goals, and look at all different areas. So I think my clients, especially, they probably would tell you that even though we focus on training in the gym, I do a strong amount of coaching to our time together, online, offline, because I want to make sure that they're not just spending 3 to 4 hours a week with me and that's it, and expecting, I can't expect them to get great results if they're only thinking about their health and nutrition for 4 hours out of the full week. So coaching, in my opinion, is a bit more involved. And, I think to get people to change and to get results, you need both. And so I don't think they have to be different. I think that you can be very effective by combining the two. So that's kind of my story. I'm going to stick with it.
That's your story and you're sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
So with empowering your clients, how do you stay so positive for yourself and for them? Because I know it's so easy to get distracted and deterred and, have all these negative things kind of like cloud up your life, cloud up your brain. How do you fight that?
Personal development. That has been the biggest game changer in my life when it comes to staying motivated and positive and optimistic. And I know, like those of you who follow me on social media, I get people all the time, they're like, you are so optimistic sometimes, it makes me sick. And they say it lovingly most of the time, but sometimes I know they're serious. I actually got into it a little bit with a friend of mine who was just like, life isn't always kind and isn't always fair, and, you're so naive. And, I take that with a grain of salt because I'm not naive. I have eyes, I have ears, and I see what's going on in the world. I see what's going on social media. I hear what's happening, and it breaks my heart every day. And so for me, I aim to just be at least one positive, motivating, empowering, inspiring voice amongst the clutter of negativity and self-loathing and self-hate and everything else out there. That's really why I do my best. But the reality is I'm human, and life isn't perfect. But through personal development, it helps me to change my perspective. The past 48 hours have been really difficult for me because I hate being injured, and I am pretty much injured from my head to my low back, my right side, and from my hip to my ankle on my left side. So I'm just kind of going through some things with that. And, it's really stressful and really frustrating. And then someone, hacked my credit card, and all these negative things were happening, and I couldn't find my cups for my Shakeology smoothies, and like all these things, and I could have focused on that and just been a negative, miserable person. But because I read my personal development books, I listen to motivational videos on YouTube, I listen to audiobooks. If you see all around my house, even on my clothes, like I wear charms and bracelets and things to remind me of the good things that are out there in life. And that's what helps me to keep motivated, because when I work with my clients, they go through life too. And if I come into the situation being negative and pessimistic and not really being there to help them, then it's a trickle-down effect, and they don't get results. And I also do the personal development because I need to get myself to pour into myself on a constant basis. So when you start a fitness, business, and you're working with people in weight loss and fitness and nutrition, there's a lot of emotional roller coasters. And if you're not the strongest you can be and not as authentic about your own journey, then it's really difficult. So I definitely would say personal development in any form is the best way, and I recommend it to all of my clients as well.
Do you have books that you would recommend?
Oh my gosh, do I? Yeah. My two favorites are The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson and The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. The reason why I love those two books is because they break down very simple principles about our habits and our activities. And those two books are game changers because it helps me to stay grounded when I get impatient with the process. Because basically the concept of both of those books, and I believe that Darren Hardy was mentored by Jeff Olson, so the books are somewhat similar, but they really talk about small actions done consistently over time will create big change. And it's for someone who you can't do 10 sit-ups and then assume that you're going to have six-packs abs that night. I wish that were the case, because that would be awesome. It took me like 3 years to get abs, and I got to work for them every single day after I got them. So, those books are really great for helping you just to trust the process, and they apply to fitness, nutrition, business, finances, relationships. So I really, really like those two books. Definitely love those books.
So as a personal trainer, what are some of the top questions or concerns that you keep seeing pop up, and how do you answer them or combat them?
Okay, I will share the number one, because this is like the biggest one, and it literally makes my skin crawl. It's that most people I come in contact with are so obsessed with the number on the scale. And they will be working so hard. They will be in the gym. They'll be eating healthy, drinking their water. They'll be doing everything that I've asked. They'll go above and beyond. And if that number on the scale does not show them what they want to see, they get discouraged and they want to give up. And my advice, or for anyone who's struggling with this, so if you're listening to this and that's how you feel, like you're so frustrated that the number on the scale isn't moving fast enough, I want you to, one, stop weighing yourself every day. Like I typically have my clients weigh themselves every 4 to 6 weeks, because that's how long it takes to get some true results that are more stable, first and foremost. Secondly, start to focus on non-scale victories, okay? That's like because I see that change, because a lot of times what happens, as a trainer and coach, I always try to show them the amazing changes that are happening all around. So are your clothes fitting better? Are you sleeping better at night? Is your hair, skin, and nails, are they stronger, better, glowing, shiny? Is your skin clearing up? Do you have better digestion? Do you have clearer thinking? Do you have more confidence? Do you have better intimacy with your spouse? Like, are you emotionally, not a hot mess? Are you, did your waistline go down? Sometimes it's not the number on the scale that's going to show us the true results. And if you focus on that, you're going to set yourself up for failure, because the number on the scale is like that friend that doesn't tell you the full story whenever you ask her something. There's a little bit of truth in there and a whole bunch of other mess. And the number on the scale can do that. So one, don't weigh yourself every single day. Weigh yourself every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks. Focus on non-scale victories and just stay consistent. And if you read The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge, you'll get more of that going and you'll understand that process a bit more. So that's like the top question or top concern or frustration that I get from most everybody that I speak to.
That's good, Allison. I'm going to steal that friend that won't tell you the whole story.
Yep. And we all have one, and if you don't have one, you are that friend. So that's the reality.
So we did 3 shows. I'm pretty sure we took a break in between them, but we did 3 shows just on the power of nutrition. And I'm sure you know the importance, because I love seeing all your photos on everything that you cook. So please tell us, what does a day in the life of Allison look like? Like, what are you eating? How do you stay on track? And especially with being a busy trainer as you are, how do you make that work?
Gosh, seriously, nutrition is everything. And if you are, so I came from that mentality in my 20s, like, I can work out super hard and eat whatever I want and be fine. And then I hit 30 and my body was like, no, you can't. And that really was a game changer for me to really start focusing on changing up my nutrition. And before that, I was kind of playing around with it, but like around my 28, 29, 30, about those 3 years, I learned the importance of nutrition, because I was training so hard and my body wasn't reflecting how what I was doing in the gym and with my workouts. So I started changing my nutrition, and in about 21 days of focusing on clean eating, that means eliminating as many of the preservatives and refined sugars and artificial colors and flavors and eating real whole food, that my body began to change. That's where I got my 6-pack. It was always there underneath some stuff, and then once I changed my nutrition, my body just was like tight in all the right places, firm in all the right places, lifted in all the right places. It was awesome. Some of the things, so I'll share with you some of the things that have really helped me to stay on track. Because my schedule's so busy, I'm up every day at 4 o'clock to get into the gym super early for my first round of clients. So the first thing I do every single morning is I drink Shakeology. And Daiva, you and I both know the amazingness of Shakeology. It's a superfood smoothie through Beachbody, and I really drink it every day because I use it as not only my first meal of the day, which is the healthiest meal of my day, but also it's like my multivitamin. It gives me energy. It helps me stay fueled up. It keeps me alert for those early morning sessions, and I don't really feel full as I'm training. The second that I'm done training, I'm really good about meal prep. And so every Sunday, I actually prep all of my meals for the week. So all my veggies, lean proteins, I chop up fruit, I make my snacks, and I put them in Tupperware containers and just ration them out throughout the week. So I bring my, food every single day, or I stock up every, couple of days at a time. So after I train, I typically eat overnight oats, which I make on Sunday, and they last for the whole week. So I make 5 individual containers, almond milk, chia seeds, flax seeds, protein powder, more Shakeology, nuts, berries, almond butter. So I eat that. That helps me to stay full. It's very filling. It tastes like heaven. And then after that, about a few hours later, I eat lunch, which is some type of lean protein, some type of veggie, typically lean protein and 2 types of veggies. I'll have another snack after. It's a lot of food. I eat a lot. After lunch, then I do another snack, some type of fruit with protein, maybe a healthy fat. So, apples, peanut butter, nuts, cheese sticks, Greek yogurt with fresh fruit, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, half of a turkey sandwich, something just to kind of get me going, egg white muffins. And then after my workouts, I do a recovery protein shake through Beachbody as well, which is awesome. Tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. And then when I get home, I also will, then I'll eat dinner. again, lean protein and veggies. But when I'm saying lean protein and veggies, I'm not just saying like it's always like chicken, sweet potatoes, and green beans. Like, and I typically add a grain as well. So I'll do like quinoa pasta with fresh tomato sauce and grilled chicken, and add some like spinach, mushrooms, and onions, and put a little bit of like cheese on it. So that's my lean protein, my grain, and my veggies. I've used the program, the 21-day fix, to really help me to kind of stay focused with portion control. So I wish I could say like it's super easy, but once you get a hang of it, you kind of get your flow with it, which I really love about it. And I eat a lot. If I'm hungry, I eat. I also have an 80-20 rule. So 20% of the time, I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm not going to go crazy and eat like a whole pizza, but if I want a burger, if I want pizza, if I want ice cream, I'm going to give it to me or give it to myself because if you're 80 to 90% of the time eating clean and drinking your water and working out, 20% won't kill you if you're eating, some things that you really enjoy. So like mac and cheese, chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. I eat that stuff. I don't just live off of grass and seeds and berries. So everything in moderation, but trying to stay as clean as possible, utilizing meal prep, utilizing 100% natural ingredients, and different shakes and things like that definitely help. So that's really how I kind of stay with it. And I make food that I want to eat, that's tasty, that I actually look forward to eating. I don't like salads a lot, so I don't eat a lot of salads, but I get enough fruits and veggies and healthy stuff other ways. So I don't have to eat a salad to be healthy or whatever. So just have fun with it and get creative.
I will say that you definitely show the rainbow in your plate in the pictures that you post. So you're definitely eating all your colors and all your food groups and getting all your nutrients, and so I applaud you for that. And I've talked a lot about my experience with the 21-day fix, and it's funny because when my clients talk to me about it, one of the first things they tell me is, am I supposed to be eating this much? And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of food. So if you are feeling overwhelmed by that list that Allison just gave, if you are burning a large amount of calories, and if you are eating food that is nutrient dense, meaning that it's low calories, but it's very filling because of the fiber that's in it, then you get to eat more. So if you are a foodie, that's a great thing for you to do, is take on clean eating. And Allison, I know you said you have a clean eating guide. Can you tell us the website one more time?
Sure. Yeah. So my clean eating guide, it's just www.cleaneatingguide.com. So you can download it. It's free. You also get some recipes, and I also have some other freebies that come along with it. So definitely check it out, and share it with anyone that needs help with clean eating.
Awesome. So if you're just tuning in, this is DaivaKE. You're listening to the Power Hour on Survival Radio Network. We're talking to healthy lifestyle coach Allison Tibbs about the power of fitpreneurship. So if you have any questions or comments, you can dial in at 917-932-1078. Press 1, and my producer will get you on the air. Allison, how has being a fitpreneur changed your life?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, like, it literally has given me just the most fulfilling experience ever. To know that I'm doing exactly what I love, I'm helping people to change their lives, and it also holds me accountable to my own health and fitness. At 31 years old, I'm the healthiest, strongest, and happiest I've ever been in my entire life. And it's allowed me to travel and meet amazing people and work with so many awesome individuals. And it's just really interesting about that. I mean, it's just awesome. That's the benefit of following your passion. Through Beachbody, with my success with that company, I've gone on free trips all over I've gone to Cancun, I've gone to Vegas, I've gone to Nashville, I've gone to LA to headquarters, through speaking engagements. I've spoken on stages all across the country. I have been able to host boot camps and different things like that all over the place. So it really gives you this ability to be free and to do what you love, and that's what I think. And to be honest, financially, it's helped. I recently, if you guys follow me on Facebook, I shared that I just paid off a credit card and getting out of debt and doing all these different things. It's so awesome and amazing, and it just goes to show that if you follow your passion and you are committed to it, that you can change your life and the process change others as well.
So what's next for you? Do you have a new mountain that
Yes, I do. Well, I always have mountains that I'm always ready to tackle. But there are a few things in the pipeline first. I'm working with people to help them get their fitness business off the ground. So I'm revamping my Fitpreneur Business Bootcamp. And Deva, for you, like any people that that come to you through you, that definitely they're more than welcome to join. You just, they can reach out to you and get the information. You can get them set up, and then we'll plug them in. Um, Also, I'm launching a few new ebooks, which I'm really excited about. One is going to be on meal prep. So I'm actually going to share with you a bit more about how I prep my meals, and there'll be some videos and some recipes with that. So stay on the lookout for that. And then next year, I will be having my first retreat. We're going to focus on fitness, nutrition, and personal development. So I'm so excited about that to kick off, because it's really going to be a really awesome, exclusive VIP treatment experience. So I'm really excited for what's to come with the groups, with the trainings, with the retreat. So yeah, definitely excited about that.
I'm shaking my head at you. I should have known you had big things coming.
That's the theme.
If somebody's listening and they're like, okay, I think I might be ready, what's the best way someone should become a fitpreneur in your personal opinion?
I would say the very first thing that I would do is actually to find a mentor or a coach to help you to strategize your plan of action. Find someone who's been there, done that already, and pick their brain until they have nothing left to give. Because what's going to happen is you're going to learn so much about how to get started. So if there's someone in your life or someone on social media that you see that's doing what you want to do, learn from them, grow from them, glean from them, because they're going to share with you tips, tricks. They're going to share from you their experiences. You'll be able to learn from their mistakes. I recently just, I have 2 coaches that I work with right now. And I also have a few mentors in the health and fitness industry that I work with pretty consistently, that have been helping me over the past, especially the past year, since I've been doing a lot of changes within my brand, that have really helped me to figure out how to move forward and what the next step is. So that's definitely, definitely where I would definitely start. And even if it's someone that you don't know personally and they have a YouTube channel, watch every single video that they share, download whatever they do, whatever they tell you to read, read it. And just, you don't have to have a mentor be someone who's right physically there, as long as you're consistent with it. The thing about entrepreneurship is that if you simply have the passion, the desire, and the fundamental belief that you can be successful, you're halfway there. And the rest is simply finding the right platform, the right people, the right resources, and developing the right systems to help sustain your business. And a coach, a mentor, getting plugged into a company like Beachbody, or getting your certification and going to a gym can really help you to get started, at least to learn the ropes and to get a better idea for what you want to do, if you're not entrepreneurial in nature. For my entrepreneurs at heart, those who are very entrepreneurial, you already know what to do. Go for it. Follow your passion, because you already have that in you. Find an accountability partner to keep you motivated and someone to bounce ideas off of. But the most important thing is just to do it. I think that's the best advice. Just do it. Stop talking about it. Stop waiting, and just go for it. You're going to make mistakes on the road. There'll be bumps in the road. Every day is not going to be awesome, but every day won't be awful either. So you might as well just give it a shot and learn from your mistakes every single day, and fail forward until you succeed.
Allison, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to connect with Allison, or to schedule a free 30-minute discovery session, Allison, your website is www.coachingwithallison.com, correct?
Correct. If you go there, that's where you can fill out a form, and I will get back in touch. You'll fill out some information, and then I'll get in touch with you, and we'll set up time to talk. We'll talk for about 30 minutes. It can be anything. It could be questions about nutrition, fitness, your current regimen, if you're interested in starting a fitness business, whatever it is, or anything that we've talked about today. Definitely fill that form out, or you can find me on social media. I'm always there. Yeah, I'm a pretty much open book, and I appreciate when people reach out, and I can help you along your journey as well.
And that's Allison with 2 L's. Her Facebook page is also www.facebook.com/AllisonTibbsFitness. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. And to just real quick again to all those who are on Periscope watching, thanks for joining and sticking on with me. And hopefully it was as enjoyable for you as it was for me. So thank you so much for having me on the call, Daiva.
You're welcome. So we're going to take another break. But when we come back, we'll do our superfood of the week. This is Daiva, and you're listening to the Power Hour on Survival Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Awesome, guys. So thanks so much for joining. And if you have any more questions, you know where to find me. But hopefully it was a great opportunity for you to listen in. And thanks again.